Hello, everybody. Welcome to what is this Thursday night? Messages of love from above, and I'm excited as always to see what messages come through from Spirit. And before we get started, I do want to send love out to the world, and if you'd like to join me in doing that, I more than welcome that. Whether you're watching this on replay or watching it live, we can all join together and multiply that love out to the world. So I'm gonna take a big deep breath and just come back to right here, right now. And allow that love from above to flow down into our heart, fill us up, and flow out to the world. And if you are in need of love right now, as you're listening to this, for your heart, for your mind, your body, for a loved one, or any type of situation in your life, we send love right now for you as well. Beautiful. Thank you so very much. And before we get into the readings, I do want to make sure everyone is aware we do have a new reading giveaway, which will be on my birthday, February 12th. So if you want to take a look at this video, it'll tell you how you could sign up for that drawing, which I will give a 30-minute personal recorded reading away. And then if I get 30 or more comments, I do a 45-minute personal recorded video on top of that. And if I get 45 or more, I even add in a 1 hour personal recorded reading. So if you're interested in that drawing, be sure to check that out. And then also this morning, we put out a pick a card, messages for the heart from Spirit and your shadow. Um, I really like this setup of this one, kind of unique because you have a choice of number one, two, and three, and then also you have a second portion of A, B, and C. So you have a different combinations that you can get if you choose multiple different ones. So it was pretty interesting. I really like that. And then, of course, we have a full moon in Leo coming up here on Sunday, depending on where you're at in the world. That could be a little bit different. But the weekly energy readings that I put out have all that information in there. I think this one was the one that's by element instead of each individual zodiac sign because I was recovering from the flu, so I had to catch up. But I'm excited for this weekly energy updates that are coming out on Saturday for the following week, because it has to do with the soul, the higher self of Saint Valentine, having messages for each individual zodiac sign, and my guardian angel for my birthday, since it's on February 12th, wanted to give each sign a special birthday card with an guardian angel. So I'm excited. I was really blown away by the messages, even more than normal. I know I'm always blown away, but so that is what you have there. And then also for all you Aquarius Suns, happy birthday to you. And here's a pick a card reading for all Aquarius, for everyone for Aquarius season. You have a pick a card of four for everyone, but there's a bonus birthday reading for all the Aquarius sun babies in there as well. So I think that is all the announcements of the videos that just want to make sure you're aware are out there. So let me get my little desktop set up here and we will get this party started. Whoops. Before I shut down everything by accident, let me do this right. There we go. So let me do the pop out chat. And let's do this slime and then shrink this down so I can actually see. There we go. All right. And so if you're new to my channel and are new to these readings, what I do for the free readings, I start at the very top and I go down in order, first come, first serve. When I do have a donation, which I do have one for Michelle, you'll be up first. I do step out of line to honor that energy exchange, and I complete those, and then I step back in line and continue to go down in order for the free readings. If you want to know how do I make a donation, if you check the super chat at the bottom, there's like a little dollar bill with a dollar sign in there. You can do that. Also, if you check the pinned comment or the description box of the video, I have my Venmo, my PayPal, and newly added my Square and Cash app in there. So you have those options as well. So that is what we have. We will get started here with the readings. I'm excited. I am going to use my new Star Tarot that I got myself for my birthday. And I really like these are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we will jump in. So Michelle, you are up. So at the moment, you feel like everyone around you has unseen. Oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah. Do you need to do or stay away from? Absolutely. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you here, what they want you to know. And thank you so much for your donation. I don't think I thanked you for that, so I really appreciate it. All right. And I want that one too. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Okay. All right. So, yeah, you've got the first card coming in here is this beautiful Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords really tells you this, like, these, this is really standing out to me as a mirror for some reason. The Two of Swords normally isn't about mirrors, it's about thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. It can be communication, but there is this mirror effect that is happening right now. And, when you have this kind of situation where everyone around you is, and like all this stuff is happening around you, it's like, all right, I get it. What am I supposed to be learning from this, right? Because it's like so much in our face that we cannot not see it. And I feel like that this is a wonderful time here for you with these other cards too, that you're really um, at a pivotal point in your life with this Two of Swords where you're ready to step out of your mind, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, and those opinions, and really say, you know what, I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired of trying to live up to all these expectations and trying to have everyone else, fit into those expectations too. You're ready for this freedom to come in because you do have this wonderful death and rebirth coming. I love these cards because they show here, there's this wonderful cycle, but here is, the endings, and here's a butterfly transformation and a beautiful, beautiful phoenix that's rising from the ashes. So there is this, like I said, this point in the road where you're like, you know what? Am I going to continue to go down the way I've always gone down, or am I just ready for something new and something different? I'm ready to challenge all these beliefs and thoughts that I have, and all these people that are doing things and um, causing this drama and being these huge mirrors of things. It's like, what did I want to experience through this? It's like this transformation of I'm moving away from that this is happening to me, that why did I want this to happen for me? And I feel like that's where this rebirth is coming in for you, because you also have the chariot coming in. With the chariot is movement, it's victory, but it's the power of choice coming in here, which, when you're looking at the Two of Swords, it's about choice. And this is about choice. This is about mental choice. What story do you want to put around the situations, right? I get to decide, is it going to be a story of unconditional love that this is happening for me? Or is it going to be one of the fears of losing conditional love and it's happening to me? Neither's right, neither is wrong. But I kind of feel like this, we all grow up with that. The fears and life is happening to us and all this fears of losing conditional love, this long list of things that has to happen. I feel like you're ready for this different choice to look at both the story that you're putting around it with your mind and what emotion you want to feel as you go through it. You're really stepping into your power through this situation, which I really, really love for you because you also have the King of Cups. Of course, Cups, King rules over all the emotions, but all the kings are given air as well, which is a balancing of heart and mind. So again, there's this balancing, this duality of things that are coming into fruition, this wonderful coming together of heart and mind, but not of the like the human fear heart or the human mind of all these roles. It's like the high heart, the high mind that is rooted more in unconditional love than fears. So this is all to tell you that all this is happening for you so that you can release yourself from all of that, all of this pressure. Because you have the Four of Swords. Normally, they're like sleeping on the fourth sword, and the other three swords are up on the wall, which represents peace of mind. And the person's at peace because the Ace of Swords that they're sleeping on is allowing them to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, those rooted in unconditional love. And then it allows you to cut away the expectations, which normally the Three of Swords has like this huge heart with three swords stuck in it, which represents our disappointment and our fears with all those opinions we were given so much growing up. But again, there's this power that's coming in for you to realize that, yeah, we were given a lot of opinion around when this thing happens or people act this way, this is what it's supposed to mean. And when they all do all this is how I'm supposed to feel. And as children, we're just given all this opinion that we take on as our own opinion because we don't know any better. We're just like, oh, okay. Parents, people in authority, whatever. We're just like, okay, that's the right thing. That's what I have to accept to stay fed and lovable and everything else, right? And then we take it on as our habit to think and feel that way. And then it becomes our reaction where it happens so fast we don't feel like we're making choices in those moments. That when someone acts like a fool, we're like, why are they doing that? And they're not supposed to do that. And I'm supposed to be upset. And this is the story that I'm putting around it. Well, the wonderful power that's coming in through this situation because it's coming on so strong from all over the place is you're like, oh, I get to decide what story I'm going to put to all that and what emotion I want to feel. And I get to create a new habit of how I want to feel and think about things. You're stepping into your power. And with all this knowledge, as you really question, why do I feel like that means something about me? Why is this bothering me emotionally? You think about it, you take a step back, you take some deep breaths, and you release yourself. And when you release yourself from a lot, you start releasing everyone else too. Because when we have ourselves under a long list of things that have to happen, by golly, we're going to make sure everyone else does it too. And when we release ourselves from it, we release everyone else because we're like, I've got better things to do with my time, which you do with the Three of Wands coming in here, your final card, which represents with all this information, as you step through these things and go through these things, you will be like this change of direction, a change of where you were headed, what you were doing, because now are freeing yourself from a lot of restriction, which allows new options for you to come in as well. So I really like that for you. So this is why all of these, family and friends are acting like fools because they are doing it for you to wake you up to things and to have you question things. Otherwise, if everything was just going along peacefully, we would just continue to head down the path that we normally would. But they're rattling it to have you free yourself and go on a different road than you've gone on before. So I like it for you, Michelle. And you did ask a second question. Thank you for the early birthday wish. And you want to know why you're drawn to your Pisces. Um, oh, well, actually, I am an Aquarius sun, but I feel you are definitely picking up on my Pisces because I've got like 5 planets in Pisces. So even though I have like one Aquarius, I'm like so much Pisces and water. So you definitely are feeling that because that's where a lot of my connection to spirit comes from. So I like it. And thank you for your second donation. Did you have an additional question, Michelle? Let me see. Yeah, let me know if you have an additional question since you made an additional donation, Michelle. And I'm happy to pull more cards for you. But I love that. I know it doesn't feel like woohoo, I'm so excited what's going on, with my family right now and friends, but uh, in hindsight later you'll be like, oh, thank God that that happened. All right. Oh, not no, you were picking it up, obviously. I do have a ton, like I said, a ton of Pisces. My moon is in Pisces. I think it's like my inner planets, like Mercury and Mars and Venus. I think like almost all of them are like in Pisces. You are very welcome, Michelle. Thank you so much again for your donations. Greatly appreciate it. And freedom is coming for you. I like it. All right. So that is my only other donation. So we will jump into the free readings and we'll start off with New Love. You like a general reading for February. So let's take a look and see what Spirit would like you to know for February. Okay. All righty. Let's see what we got here. Wow, okay. So you got a lot of fire coming in February because not only do you have the magician who has this magic wand that they bring all this beautiful energy from the heavens down through and the lightning strike bringing effort and movement into your life. You also have the Queen of Wands, which she also has a magic wand that she's able to really super direct her energy and get things done. And this beautiful black cat represents the water side of the queens, that all the queens get water. She's able to connect to the higher realm. So, very much this very spiritual type of energy that comes in for you this month, but also your fire, your drive, if you've been waiting for things, things are about to change. You're about to have very a lot of movement come forward for you because you have the 3 of Wands too. So 3 out of the 4 cards are all fire, movement. The 3 of Wands is about a change of direction than you had thought of before, that you had planned for before, but it's you changing direction because of new things that unfold, new desire, new passion that comes in for someone or something that you're wanting to head toward. And you have the World card, which is ending of old cycles, victory, and the ready to start a new adventure. Because this is the last card in the major arcana, and then you start with the full card, which is you're ready to leap forward and go on this new adventure, this new journey. It's a fresh start, leaving some old things behind, clearing house, and not repeating an old cycle. You're ready for a change and a movement in the month of February. So very positive, very fiery, very moving forward, and I feel like you're like leaping off and taking chances and risks, and because you're just tired of waiting, and this perfect door opens up and you run through it. So I really like that for you, New Love. Whatever this is that you've been kind of just waiting for something to end and begin, here it comes, and it's all there for you. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. Thank you so much for your that second donation, Michelle. You are awesome. Appreciate you. All right. The next free reading up is for Dijona Sturgis. And what do you need to know? What would Spirit like you to know? Well, here's the full card I was just talking about for new love. And so you are about to start off on this new adventure as well. You're about to ready to leap and go into this new place unrestricted. I feel like it might have to do with love or at least a relationship, a partnership of some kind. If you aren't looking for love, it could be a great friendship. It's just two people that are coming together that are so drawn together in beautiful, beautiful ways. And so this is this beautiful new journey, this new adventure that's coming in. Um, this spark, this new journey happens because of the seven of swords. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, expectations. And this would be around friendships, around love that you had before. And this is you realizing what of your own thoughts, your own beliefs, your own mindsets that were stealing love, stealing opportunities from you before, that were deceiving you. And so you really have been in this wonderful reflective period. I know, like, yeah, wonderful. But it, even though it can, feel like it's pulling teeth sometimes, it's like, but the relief that happens, the toothache goes away, the heartache goes away when we pull the sword out and we're like, oh, that's the thing, this story, this belief that I had around me on what their actions meant about me, that's what was, making me feel fear, making me feel scared, making me fear that I'm unlovable or something's wrong with me. But you're realizing that these people's actions were about them and their fear, that the story that you were putting on there was coming from in here, not from the creator saying this is what this means. So you have this wonderful freedom that's coming in, realizing the heartbreaks that you had, the pain in your heart was about, you were like being a vessel for of pain because of someone else's actions or words, and you're realizing I don't have to do that. It doesn't mean anything about me. So this wonderful release comes here, and I love this full card, this new beginning, and the movement towards being open to love and realizing with all this new awareness that you don't fear other people's actions as much because you realize it really is about them. Uh, and so this is growing and growing and growing for you. And I like that for you, Daijuna. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. All right. So, Ricky, you are up. And you want to know 3 months. What's coming up for you and your husband? Let's see what Spirit would like you to know. What about the next 3 months? What is going on with you and your husband? All right, let's see what we got going on here. Well, it looks not too bad for me here. You got the 3 of Pentacles, which does have to do with being true to your authentic selves, not trying to be who you think anyone else thinks you both should be, even who each other, like, you think this is what they want me to be, so I have to be that, and they're thinking, well, you want them to be this. It's really about remembering why you fell in love with each other. Go back to being your true authentic selves, not being drawn off in the direction by anyone that you guys fear you might upset, even each other, or that you feel you'll lose support from other people if you don't be who they think you should be, even each other. So there is this authenticity, with the 3, it's creativity, it's expression, it's expressing your true selves in the outside world, because the pentacles is the outside world. You also have the 3 of cups, which is about joy and celebration and community and gatherings and getting together. So, the 3, like, over the next 3 months, there's this importance here to be true to your authentic selves, have your own friends, your own separate, you know, gatherings, have stuff you guys do together, of course, but maintain your identity too, and that just brings wonderful joy, gives you guys something to talk about. Instead of the, "Well, I was there, why are we talking about it?" It's like this joy and this excitement, this, ability to be your authentic selves and to express that. It's so important for you guys. You also have the moon. So the moon cycles are very important for you. Realize, especially if you look at the weekly energy updates that I do. Every other week, I talk about the full moons. Like this one is about the Leo full moon coming up, and how we can use that energy to release things. And then the new moon is about planting and new moon wishes around that sign. And so, really pay attention to the cycles of the moon. Mother Luna, she rolls over, the moon. It's very nurturing, and I really feel like it's important for you to nurture yourselves and to take time for yourselves. And again, it keeps on coming back to this maintaining your own identity. Understand there's phases, and then follow the moon phases, because then you understand what energies are happening. Because every couple days, the moon changes into a different sign, and moon influences our emotions. It influences the tides. We're made of a lot of water, and so our emotions, the moon affects our emotional energy. So, when it's in Pisces, we are very dreamy. When it moves into like Gemini, we're really into thinking. We're going back and forth between emotion and thought, and emotion and thought, and then so we have this energy, and it helps you understand, why am I feeling so grr today? Oh, it's in Aries, so it's fiery. It's the Mars. It's, I feel like I'm going to go to battle. Where you can use your energy and in a like focus it, use it, not let's say manipulate it, but it's use that energy of the moon for different things. And so this is an important thing for you guys. That joy, joy, joy celebration card, I just feel like it's important, for you guys to even, I kind of felt like date night, too, with that 3 of cups and all of that. You have the 9 of cups, which is wish fulfillment, overflowing with love. So I feel like there's this uh, beautiful renewal that's coming, getting back to why you fell in love with each other. When we meet people for the first time, we're like, wow, they're amazing. And then our expectations exponentially grow until we get married. And then there's so many expectations on, engagement and marriage and everything else. We start focusing on who someone's not being, instead of when we first met them, and are appreciative and grateful for who they are. So I like that for you, Ricky. So here we go. It's going to be a wonderful renewal period during these 3 months, I feel. So that's what they have. So many blessings for you. You are welcome, Dijona. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Hey, Jalen. Welcome, everybody. We'll continue moving on the list. I'm just going to take a quick sip of my hot tea here while it's still hot. All right. So, Tammy, it has been a minute. So, what good changes are coming in your marriage? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? Well, evidently, some good changes. You got the Wheel of Fortune. It's one of the most fortunate cards. Let's see what else. What else they want you to know here. Okay. So you do. You have the 10, the Wheel of Fortune is that, I call it the Wheel of the Fortune, the tune of for you. So even your human self is going to feel like the changes that are coming as the wheel turns are for you. And so it is significant. It is one of the most successful, um, you know, I was going to say the beneficial or fortunate, cards in the deck. So I like that for you. So things are definitely changing in favor there. You have the Queen of Cups and you have the High Priestess. Now, Queen of Cups, she rolls over water, and all the queens are given extra water. So she is really akin to the High Priestess, but in the minor arcana, because she can dive deep into her emotions. She has a great intuition, as well as, of course, the High Priestess is the intuition card, connecting to the moon energies, diving deep, balancing things out, seeing behind the veil, trusting your gut, trusting your intuition, following your heart. A lot of, the high priest just kind of steps back and does that reflection of within. And so, good changes that are coming here. I mean, there's wonderful, wonderful things that are unfolding and unfurling for both of you guys. But Spirit is really having you zero in on your own intuition and your heart and deep diving into your emotions. I almost feel like it's they're saying you are very, very intuitive, and it's not fair to hold someone accountable for what you pick up within them if they're not saying it or acting out because they're dealing with their inner stuff, right? So they're processing things. And if you pick up, like, oh, they don't like that about, whatever's going on, you don't have to call them out on it. You can allow them the space and just know that the part of your gift, which sometimes empaths, we all think it's a curse. I get to pick up everyone else's emotions. But the powerful, powerful part of an empath's gift is that you can flood emotion outward too. You don't have to just be taking all of this emotion of the world on for you. You can ignite this beautiful, beautiful love that you find deep within you. You spark it, and this unconditional love just pulses out, and you can change the energy of a room. You can't make people change their emotional choices because everyone, of course, we're the only ones that get to choose what emotion we want to feel. But we can make it harder or easier for people to choose fear or unconditional love. So the more love we pump out to the world and, have it like a pulse, you know, the more easier it is for people to choose unconditional love for themselves and to fill up and also overflow out. So I love this coming in here because I feel like there are these wonderful fated changes that are going to be happening. But I feel like your connection to your spirit world is such an important piece that just takes it even further because you have the sun card coming in. So Wheel of Fortune and the sun, definitely abundance, brightness, wonderful things coming your way, beautiful butterfly of transformation. So I really like this for you, and it has to do with like you're going to have wonderful fated things coming in, but how big they are has a lot to do with this beautiful love energy that you're sending out. So I like it for you, Tammy. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. All right. We'll continue moving down the list. And we are at Kelsey. Kelsey, number one. Will you get the job at Home Depot? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? Well, you got the Empress card, which is new birth, new creation, a positive card to get when we're asking, if we're going to have something, because it's new birth and fruition. So that would be a yes, Kelsey. I like it. So easy breezy on that one. So that is what they have. Just continue, just trust the timing. It's like birth, it'll come when it comes, but but it definitely is, unfolding. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings for you, Kelsey. Enjoy that job at Home Depot. I'm sure it's a fun place. I've had friends who've worked at Home Depot and they loved it. So, so much to learn. All right. So, Daisy, you are up. So, will a lot of people be interested in buying your art once you display it later this month? Awesome. So, display in February and sell in March. Well, they just love drawing you to them here. You got the strength card. So this is your human. This is your higher self. You got the judgment card, you're human, your higher self. You have the priestess, high priestess, which is all about stepping back into your high temple and connect up above. And there's this huge message from spirit for you. Turn inward and upward. And they're wanting to have beautiful, beautiful communion with you. Uh, I just feel like they're like um, they're trying to draw you from the outside world to the inside world and up, because you have the five of wands here, which starts off feeling like battling and fire and conflict, but it ends up drawing and turning into um, loving energy, friendship energy, drawing upward. And so there's this change, this fiery change that's coming in here. And I feel like they're saying, yeah, 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 I know you want to know about the art and stuff, but we want you to come talk to us. And you're like, yeah, but what about the art? Well, we want you to come talk to us. We want you to spend time with us. And maybe um uh, I know my host, her spiritual connection is painting, and so she gets called to the canvas, and that's where she puts on music and she goes off into another place as she paints. And I feel like, whatever, maybe this creation of art, they're like, come and create things. It's time for you to draw in and upward. And I almost feel like they're saying that what you communicate through your artwork is what's important, right? It's what people see, how it touches people. And I feel like they're having you get in tune with your heart and your intention beyond with creating art. It's not to sell it. That's a side benefit. They're really wanting you to get in tune with your heart and why you're creating the art. And when you change the emphasis on what you're wanting to accomplish with displaying your art, the rest of it takes care of itself. But I feel like they're really drawing you inward and upward to really look at why are you creating the art, and um, just changing the energy around it. So I know that's not really what you wanted, but that's what they have for you. So here you go, Daisy. I know, but I feel like they are drawing you inward and upward. So many blessings for you. All right. Hey, Lizanne, I don't see a donation coming through yet. Maybe it'll pop up here in a sec. Sometimes it takes some time to go through. So as soon as it pops through, go ahead and if you didn't pop your question in the donation, um, ask it down below and we'll get that squared away here. Let me see here if I can refresh my mail here. All right. So you donated on CS. I'm not sure what that is. Let me just make sure it's not going to the junk mail. You know how that goes. Yeah, I don't see anything coming through yet. Let me check my phone too. Yeah, I'm not sure there, Lizzie. So I'm not sure what CS is. Is that Cash App or I'm not sure there. But if you want to double check it there, I'll continue to do readings here on Cash App. Huh. And you show it went through, huh? No, Nisha, I do free readings. So I go down in order for the free readings, but donations, I do step out to complete those. So, yeah, Lizzie, I don't have anything coming through on Square here. So you might want to make sure it did go through there because they'll go through right away. All right. So, well, as you look into that, I'm going to continue just for time's sake. I'm going to continue going down the free readings. So, if you want to check that, and we'll see here if maybe Square's taking time to actually process or something. But Love Watches, you are up next here for the next free reading. And he said, "Will your husband come back from overseas soon? He claims around April or May, and will he actually come back around that time?" All right, let's take a look here. So will April or May, is that the correct timing? All right. Well, I feel here with the 5 of Cups, I feel like that's 5 is May. So I feel like it will be more to May here. I know it's even the 5 of Cups is like, oh, but I feel like that's not the message here was the month of May. And you have the Princess of Cups, the Page of Cups, love, spark of new love. So I do feel like it is he actually will be coming back, and it'll be in the month of May because there is this, representing a new emotion, new heartfelt love coming in. So, I feel like that is a positive yes, yes coming through there for you. So easy, fast, and breezy. I like that for you. So I know in April, probably more early May. So uh, that's what they have for you there. So thank you so much. Many blessings to you there. All right. Yes, it did go through. There it goes. Thank you so much, Lizzie, for your patience there. I know all this technology. I tell you what. And let me see here. Did you ask your question already? Let me just scroll up here. Okay, there you go. Thank you so much. So we will jump down and complete your reading. And then next up for the free reading will be Blazion. Blazion. You'll be up next after that. All right. So you and your distant sister just got each other's numbers. Wow. So you've been contacting each other. You talk like once every few years, but it never sticks. Will you ever become close? Let's take a look here and see what's going on with distant sister. Anything else? All right, let's see what we have here. It looks like here the emperor is all about taking control and being the one in command, the one in control. The 8 of Wands is all about this energy and this drive and this, you know, it's like if the combination that I'm seeing with all these is that you will have to be the one. to put a lot of the energy into it in the beginning. You have to take the initiative and do that because you also have the magician and the 10 of pentacles. And the magician is manifestation. It's you taking control and putting the effort and the energy in. And then the 10 of pentacles is about an abundance and an overflow out there. So it's like you have to be the one to put the effort in, and it does have its benefit. The 10 of pentacles, is very much a abundance and a reward for doing it. And then you also got the tower card, which is um people are brought are moved out of our life on purpose for a purpose, but also people are brought into our life on purpose for a purpose. And the Ace of Cups is like this unconditional love. And I feel like that you've been brought together into each other's life because you have the ability to give her this love, right? And so um, I just feel like there's this purpose of you guys are coming together, and that you are the one, though, with that Ace of Cups. You're the one that can give the love. Nervousness is fear. And so when you look at what am I afraid of? Am I afraid I'll say something and she won't talk to me again? Well, what's the difference? You only talk to her every couple of years anyway. It's like, what am I fearing? You know what? I just want to express my love to her, no matter if it's just we talk for 5 minutes. Oh, oh, yeah. Well, I I understand that. I'm actually the baby. I just have one older sibling, but you know, um, when we have like this responsibility, that just takes all the energy out. It's like, well, it's what I'm supposed to do. You have this expectation. You have to do so much work just to reach and ground zero instead of have no expectations, and just it's about sharing your love. And whether it's sending her a text, a meme, calling her out of the blue and just catching up, um, and it's just share the love. I really feel with that Ace of Cups, because this tower feels like there was some stuff that separated everyone. And then but your love, your unconditional love, and with no expectations about it, that you get to just be you and don't feel like you have to do it, because then it becomes work instead of it just not even you know well, let's call each other once a month. Ugh, burden. Instead of like, hey, just whenever you feel like it, that's what we're gonna do. No pressure, no expectations, no rules, just love. And that's what I feel spirit has for you. So I like it. I like it. Just be who you want to be. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Six of Cups, nostalgia, the past. Here you guys are being close, riding a unicorn. But Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities, uh, a newness. Yeah. And no expectations. You were close as children. You both are not who you were before. So now it's just time to be yourself and just love. You get to be that close best friend to yourself, and then you just get to share love with everyone else. So um yeah, don't be a nervous wreck. Yeah, just what do you got to lose? What are you really fearing? That's what you get to learn through with all of that. So I like it, Lizea. Hey, Deb, love and light to you. So that's what they have for you, Lizea. I really like it for you. Yeah. You have the Two of Cups, which is about love between two individuals. It can be family and best friends and that type of thing. So just, you know, talk about the good old days, talk about the good old times, the fun things you had, and do that. So You are very welcome, and thank you again so much for your donation. Many, many blessings to you. All right. So we'll move back into the free readings. We were at Blazion. If I pronounced that correctly, I apologize if I did not. And you'd like a general love reading on you and your person, the mysterious capital T. Let's see what we've got going on here. All right. Well, obviously, you have the Two of Cups that popped on out. I put it back in and shuffled the deck, and it came flying out again. So this is about, this connection between you two that is um, progressing. You have the Six of Wands, which is a wonderful equal energy exchange, a wonderful passion, equal passion between the two of you. It is about recognition and being seen, so I feel like this is going to be becoming more and more obvious, and things are moving forward here for you, because you have the Ace of Pentacles coming in also, which is about new opportunities, new things being birthed in the physical world. Also has to do with, there's this transformation of how you are perceiving yourself in relation as this unfolds, because you excuse me, have the Strength card here, which the Strength card shows your human self and your higher self. You can see the infinity symbol, so this is your higher spiritual self and your human self. And while you're waiting for this to unfurl, uh, this is your higher self drawing you inward, because the whole kind of synopsis of the Strength card is our human self is hungry and thirsty when it comes down here, unaware of the higher self in the beginning. So it feels like it's going through this life by itself, hungry and thirsty. And it's told, go out there and look into relationships and situations and things that's going to make you feel full and take away your thirst. And so, like all of us, we go, okay. And it goes out and it goes and it eats and drinks of those things, but they don't fulfill us for very long at all. It's like American Chinese food. You eat it and you're hungry an hour later, and that's what, relationships, people change, people pass away, people walk away. So they don't fill us up for very long, if at all. Situations never stay the same, like job, education, all that. So that doesn't fulfill us for very long. And our bodies, our possessions, our money, bank accounts deteriorates, blows up, burns down, stolen, whatever. So it eventually, he's going throughout the forest roaring because he's hangry, he's hungry, angry, because he's not getting fulfillment in the outside world. But then our higher self draws us in, because, and it doesn't come down to, put the lion out of its misery or to cage it to protect people from it or try to manipulate it and train it, because our higher self knows what the lion is searching for is the unconditional love of back home. It's not finding it out here. It can only find it inward and upward. And it's very convenient that your higher self, all of our higher selves, are powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit beings made of unconditional love. So they are able to give our lion what they're really searching for. So, this period of time where you're waiting for things to kind of unfold with love is a time to work on self love, inward and upward, connecting to your higher self, because that's going to change your whole perspective of the outside world and the love that you find out there. So I like that. Um, yeah, because it's a win, 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 win when we're waiting for love. I know it feels like, no, it's like torture, but the more we work on our self love, the more it expands, the more we're able to love others and receive love from others, because we can only receive love from others to the extent we love ourselves, and we can only give love to others to the extent we love ourselves. So, it's important for us to expand that self love, and it's perfect while we're waiting anyway to use that time. The more we work on our self-love, the faster our vibration raises and the more we draw each other together. Because here you guys are, King of Cups and Queen of Wands, fire and water, right? King of Cups rules over emotion, but also has air. So they are a balance between heart and mind. And the Queen of Wands is also fire, but they are give a portion of water. So you both have water in common. And I feel like this is the partnership. This is the relationship. You have emotions that bind each other together. They go off into their mind. You go off into your fire energy, or vice versa. But it does show that you have commonalities. You have enough in common to bind yourself together emotionally, but you have enough differences too that keeps things exciting. So that's what they have for you right now, Blasian. So I like it. Many blessings to you. All right. So Lisa Starr, you'll be the next free reading coming up here. And you would like to know, will things get better in your relationship with Scorpio? I imagine so. Scorpio's transformation. Eventually, one of their transformative states of being will coincide and match you, right? Let's take a look here, though. All kidding aside. We do have the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, emotional wish fulfillment. And here's the Scorpio. Well, actually, Scorpio's water, which would be water. But the Eight of Wands is passion and drive and energy. So it feels like there's going to be a lot of energy, a lot of passion that does end up coming in here. Let's see what they have here. Oh, yeah. And you got because you got the Star card, which is hope, and you have the Chariot, which is movement and victory. So, and then this is the other wish fulfillment card. So you've got two wish fulfillment cards coming in here, and a victory and movement, movement, movement. So two movement cards with victory, and two wish fulfillment cards. So, and of course, Lisa Star gets the Star card. Boom. So I feel like this will get better, and it'll things will shake themselves out with this. The Chariot card does allow you to learn through this experience, though, that you have the power of choice. You get to choose what story you apply to what anything's going on and what emotion you feel as you go through it. So the important thing with it's like whatever this Scorpio does, they are just doing something. They are just saying something. But what makes it good, bad, ugly, whatever, is what story you're putting to what they're saying. So if they say, "Why are you wearing that?" You're like, "Oh, this means they blah 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 blah." You're the one that's putting all the definition behind their words. You can also switch it up and change it and go, "Oh, they're concerned about what I'm wearing, so let's talk about it." And so you can do that. And then also emotion, like, "Can't believe they said that. That hurts me," because we're taught they had this opinion that when someone says something a certain way and does it, it means this. And so I'm supposed to feel this way. But you have the power to choose what story and emotion you want to feel as you're going through it. And I feel like the Scorpio is on purpose for a purpose, being a wonderful mirror, bringing some lovely opportunities for you to change the habit of what story and emotion you put around things. So it does get better, but I feel like it gets better faster. Excuse me. Um, as you learn and apply your power of choice of thought and emotion around things. So I like it for you, Lisa Starr. Very much empowering opportunities coming your way. Just take a quick sip here. There we go. All right. So that's what they have, Lisa. Many blessings to you. And Kay Pisces, you are up next for the next free reading. And you'd like to know, what action is your plumber making towards you? I know it's plumber and not a plumber. So let's take a look here. What action are they going to be making towards you? Okay. Well, it looks like there's going to be a delay in action because we have the Hermit card, which is all about, of course, turning inward, allowing connection to spirit to guide us on this inner path, which requires some time alone. um, and we also have the Hanged Man, which is about seeing things from a higher perspective, hanging around, looking inward, kind of like in a cocoon. So there is this time alone. So um, the action's going to be delayed, offering this opportunity for both you and them to do some inner reflection. Because then you have the Emperor, which is then stability that comes in both of your lives. The Emperor, rules over their own kingdoms. So it's about really having, through this experience, you guys gain a really strong foundation and stability. And then look out. Then you have the Eight of Wands that comes in, which is all about action, fire, movement. Look all that electricity, that passion, that fire. So it's almost like the absence makes the heart grow fonder, or at least passion ignite. But it is an important time of delay to spending time individually to find those things that are bringing instability in your life. And with this inner reflection of heart and mind, you do find that stability. So I like it for you, Kay. I know, I know. But it ends up being worth it, right? That eight of bzzz. So it does clear things and allow energy to flow, um, with that, doing that inner work, which is what you both will do. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Okay. All right. Self love, you are up next. And I do have Angels and Ancestor Oracle. So let's see here what your ancestral guidance is for you right now. What would your ancestors like you to know? Okay. Came flying out here, and you've got the Stargazer coming in here. And that says, set your sights higher. I like it. Shoot for the stars and you'll hit the moon, right? Is that what they say? I don't know. It says, go beyond your limitations and believe that the impossible is possible. Do you ever remember wishing on a star when you were a child and in your innocence believing that your wish could come true? The stargazer connects with the energy of the cosmos and reminds you that you have the ability to draw in support from the universe. His cloak, with its sparkles and light, shows that you are closer to the energy of the universe than you think. You don't have to go out looking for it, it's already there. So look beyond where you are and create even bigger dreams, visions, and goals, because with the power and help of the cosmos, those wishes can come true. I like it. The extended message says you are on the verge of a miracle. All of your dreams and aspirations are within your grasp, and you're being guided to focus on your vision. The angels who are with you are encouraging you. There is nothing that you cannot have or achieve. There's an opportunity at this time to heal an old wound or pattern of lack and not feeling good enough. Join the crowd, right? In the past, you've often found it impossible to recognize your worth and to believe that you are deserving of blessings. Angel and ancestor wisdom is reminding you that you are an incredible and infinite spark of the universe. And the universe is not only within you, it absolutely adores you. You are talented, filled with strength, and have the abilities you need to turn your wildest dreams into reality. I like it. What a beautiful message from your ancestors. So that's what they have for you, self-love. Many blessings to you. What a reading. I like it. All right, Wonderland, you are the next free reading coming up here, and you would like to know if your friend AQ is your true friend or if he's not the right one for you. All right, let's take a look here. Is AQ for your highest experience? You have one single card come out. Got the Lover's card, which is like the Two of Cups. It is about divine best friend, lover, love of all kinds. It can be family, friends, romance, or whatever. But that would be a heck yeah that they are a true friend for you. They are divine. Sometimes, excuse me, when we go into fear, we do stupid stuff. So allow them to do their stupid stuff, allow yourself to do the stupid stuff, but come back to the love that is truly there, this connection, this divine appointment connection between you two. So that is a huge yes for their Wonderland. Nothing else I can add to that. So I like it. All right, LA, you are up next. And so the guy you went on a date with, Enos, what were his true intentions? Were they actually bad? I'm so old. I don't know of if anyone watched Dukes of Hazzard. There was one of the deputies on there, was his name was Enos. So now I have this flashback of that. But what are his true intentions, and were they actually bad? Oh, okay. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit would like you to know about their intentions. We have the Eight of Pentacles here, and the Eight of Pentacles is about this movement in the outside world. And, I just really feel like with this here, because you've got the Full card, which is leaving old things behind, moving into new. You have the Tower, things are moved out of your life on purpose, for a purpose. The combination of these, usually Eight of Pentacles would mean movement up. But with the combination of all this, I feel like it's Spirit going, yeah, let's move along. Let's not invest a lot of energy in them, because you have the Five of Wands, which starts off like a firestorm, and eventually the energy changes and moves. But I just feel like with all the combination of these, LA, yeah, I would say not that they had bad intentions. I just feel like this energy that came in with it all shows you this fireness, this conflict. I feel like they're like a little volcano, like that Tower card that's ready to blow. And I feel like that, every appointment we have with whoever comes across our path does show us things about ourselves. But I feel like see what you saw in the mirror of them about yourself, and then that's it. I just don't feel positive energy around a future interaction is what Spirit is having there. Yeah, it's time for more movement here. So movement of emotion, move more. There's like a knight in shining armor that's more headed your way. So I feel like move it. You've got to move it. Uh, Away from them is what Spirit recommends for your highest experience. You met for this little, you know, um, Five of Wands firestorm, but what you end up gleaning from it is something more about how, like, friendliness to yourself, if that makes sense. But that's what they have for you, LA. So many blessings to you. Run! Oh, there you go. Wow, murdering. Oh my gosh. Weirdo. So, what did you learn through that, LA? Yeah. How do you look at the mirror? How do I murder myself? How am I murdering myself? By going on dates with weirdos. No. But everything's on purpose for a purpose. So, you know, what like when we look at someone and go, they're a weirdo, it's like, how am I weird? Right? They're talking about murdering me. How do I talk about murdering myself in a way? It doesn't have to be the exact, but it's whatever's coming up is for us, right? To look at. So yeah. 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 Yep. Very much friendliness towards yourself, right? You're like, why am I doing this to myself? All right. So many blessings too there. I'm glad you're safe and sound. All right. So, Lindsay, CC Lindsay, what's going to happen between Ken and you? Let's take a look here. Well, I feel like there's going to be this. Well, you have the death card, ending and new beginning. Um, that's going to be coming out of here. You've got the Nine of Wands, which the Nine of Wands is the hermit's journey. And I feel like through this, you're learning a lot through your interaction with Ken here, because you got the Devil card too, which is our shadow. It shows us what of our own thoughts and our beliefs and our mindsets keep us restricted and keep us feeling trapped and small. And this energetic block that's been happening, I feel, between you two, it's to show you the um, all the expectations that can exist around who you're supposed to be in a relationship of any kind, and who they are supposed to be, and what a relationship is supposed to be like, and all this stuff. It's really been challenged. I feel like it um the Nine of Wands usually has someone with a bandage on their head because they've been hitting up against a wall over and over and over again. And I feel like that's how you feel with them, is that you were just like, I'm just beating my head against a wall. I'm talking to a wall. I'm not able to get through to them at all, right? And so you have this coming in here, which is great. Is that with the nine is the hermit's journey, you're turning inward and finding your power through this experience, where you understand that, what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are responsible for your energetic block, and you're stepping into your power, because this was behind there blocking it, but now you're able to step through these blocks and head in a different direction. Though I really feel there's this rebirth that's going to be happening for you, and I don't feel like it's between, like, it's not a rebirth of, oh, our relationship is being recharged. No, I feel like the ashes, it's burning down, and then you rise from the ashes as a new phoenix, and you head off in a new direction, because there's so much freedom that you're coming, that you're just really going to be changing through this, that you're like, you know what, it for who I was when we met, it was perfect for my experiences, but I'm not who I was, and it just isn't fitting for you anymore. I feel like there's something more that you're headed off to in the direction. That's why you're headed beyond this barrier that was there before. And I kind of feel like they can't go where you're going. Um, and so I feel like there will be this ending to it, but it's for you, and it's going to be very transformative for you, in very powerful ways. So that's what they have for you, CC Lindsay. I know. The bearer of the news. So, but it is for you, which I like where it's headed for you. So it's not maybe what we wanted to hear, but they always tell us what is best for us. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings. Hang in there. Hey, Jessica, thank you so much for your donation. And will you get approved for your loan? And is your person coming soon? All right, let's take a look here. And, all right. Cards are a flying. clarity around that there. Okay, thank you. Anything else? Okay. All right. So, the approval of the loan, I feel like this is a yes. You have the Queen of Cups who rolls over emotion, and there is this, wonderful, wonderful brightness around this card for me with the Four of Pentacles coming in. Pentacles is the outside world. It's a very solid foundation in the outside world. So a solid foundation would be a home, right? So if that's a home loan, but I really the Four of Pentacles is a solid foundation regardless, because if you think of a table with four huge legs on it, it's a very solid foundation in the outside world. So just trust your gut, trust your intuition as you're going through the process. Um, because she has a very, very acute intuition. So, as it unfolds, just follow your gut. Like, you're like, I need to read over that form. Read over that form. If you're like, well, I think, there's a better rate or something, you're like, can you guys check? Follow your gut, follow your intuition, because it is does help the process for you too. So I really feel that's a yes on the loan, and your person coming. You know, I feel like you do have your higher self here calling you to this higher place, uh, and then we have the Prince of Swords, which is a um, that would be the Page of Swords in the Standard Tarot, which is new communication coming in as well. But I feel like they're saying, spend time with us, connect inward and upward, and this will come. Just allow the time for reflection to come in here, because you do have the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Wands, which is a lot of fire, a lot of energy coming in. Here's the Ace of Wands, and you holding the wand here. You're really stepping into your power, into your energy, and I kind of feel like, uh, the message of the Ace of Wands is whatever you focus on is what grows and expands. And I feel like this is where the Judgment card comes in here, is that when we focus on what we feel is missing in our life, um if we focus on what we fear is going to leave or come into our life, or what's in our life that we don't want, that amazing power of the wands expands and grows. And so when we focus on that stuff, but when we focus on excuse me, what we're grateful for, what we do want to have come into our life, focus on unconditional love and joy, peace and laughter, all of that expands and that raises our energetic level. So I feel like the more we focus on our energies on those positive things, the things we do want, that's the higher vibrational energy, then that brings them in faster. If we focus on the other, then we are magnetizing ourselves to bring the old and doing what we always did and getting what we always got. So I love this reminder just to, focus in on this beautiful, beautiful energy of what you do want. Gratitude, 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 which, getting this loan, yay, gratitude, right? A lot of joy, a lot of joy, a lot of joy. So, and there's, neither is right or wrong. The energy brings in different things. When we focus on our fears, it restricts and contracts and shrinks us. When we focus on the other, we expand. It brings in wonderful things, more things to be grateful for. Um, so I feel like the soon, um, it's not like super super soon. I kind of feel like 2 to 3 months is when this communication comes in from the your person, like this meeting, this I don't know how they'll communicate, but there'll be a communication coming in regarding them. So but I feel like it's more like 2 to 3 months, but not like next month, type of thing. So that's what they have for you, Jessica. I know, I know. While we're waiting, though, always when we get a waiting message, it is about turning inward and upward, like that judgment card, focusing in on our self love, expanding that. Because as we say on the channel, we cannot love others more than to the extent we love ourselves, and we can't receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So if I love myself this much, no matter how much love I want to give, it's going to drip out. No matter how much love they want to give me, it's going to drip in. But the more I focus in on expanding that unconditional love, we are able to give and receive love in great, great amounts. And we're filling up with this beautiful love from above, too. So it's a win, 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 as I say. But that's what they have for you, Jessica. So I like it. Many, many blessings to you again. Thank you so much for your donation. All right. So we left off with Melissa. You will be the next free reading, and I'm a little past the top of the hour. I forgot to do my little spiel, my little public service announcement. If you're new to my channel, how I um, e- handle these sessions is I'm usually on for about 2 hours, and I the free readings I go in order, first come, first serve. But if anyone makes a donation, as you guys witness, I honor that and I step out and complete those and give them priority, and then I go back in line and continue going down the list. I usually don't get through everyone, all the free readings in each session, because the list gets very long very fast. And as we get more towards the end, I'll talk about some other options. But the good news is that this is the beginning of my busy weekend. I'm here Thursday night, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. And then, of course, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights at 7 p.m. So I'll be on quite a bit over the next 3 days, coming 3 days as well. But I'll talk more about that. So back to the regular scheduled program. That was your public service announcement. All right, Melissa. So, what will the outcome be in your connection if you confess romantic feelings to your Aries? Ooh, okay. Let's take a look here. Okay, just a little more clarity here. Okay, well, I like it. So, you have the Prince of Wands, Page of Wands, which is new fire, new passion. So there will be some passion that comes, and you'll start this new journey together, this new adventure. And this is like without expectation, just allowing it to unfold. Um, there, and you have the Four of Wands, which is a joy and celebration, card. Now, this can be the marriage card too. I wouldn't jump the gun, though. Allow the joy, allow the stability, the energetic stability, allow this to unfold. So, if you do confess your romantic feelings, I feel like there will be this passion, this new passion that ignites in this new journey and joy and celebration. So I like it for you, Melissa. All signs point thumbs up from Spirit on that one. So I like it. So that is what they have, Melissa. Easy breezy. All right. Next up will be Farida Ali for the next free reading. You want to know, is your Capricorn's feelings, intentions towards you genuine and real? Let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know. The Six of Wands is kind of like a recognition card, but we've got the Three of Swords, which is the, you know, expectations equal disappointment and heartbreak, and death is endings and new beginnings. Um, I almost feel like there's like this, they have in good intentions with the Six of Wands, but they don't have the ability to live up to those expectations. So I feel like they've got good, you know, like I said, good intentions. They just don't have the ability um, to live up to the expectations that you want from them. So, I feel like with that, and that eventually it's going to be where they're like you're disappointed enough in it, in their interactions and how they um, present themselves and present those things that they just can't handle being a disappointment, and then they end up kind of, that's where that death and that rebirth happen, is they end up going in a different direction. So I feel like they have good intentions, they just don't have the ability to live up to your expectations of what you are wanting from them. So I know. So I used to tell, people I dated, "Hey, I'm high maintenance, but I'm worth it." So it's up to you. But that's what they have for you, Frida. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. We'll continue moving down the list. We have Project Skyfalls. You'd like a general reading? All right. Let's see what we got coming in here for you right now. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. Well, looks like there's the Ace of Swords is coming in with some new ways of looking at things, seeing things from a higher perspective, because you also have the Hanged Man here, which is all about hanging upside down, seeing things from the higher perspective as well. So I feel like there's this opportunity that's coming in here for you, or has come into you in the last couple of days. If not, it's going to be in the next couple of days. But we got the Five of Wands, which represents conflicting energy starting off, where there's some fire that arises, but it's transformative, because the Five of Wands is all about, it's the number of change. It starts off conflicting energy, but it ends up, the resolution comes in, and you have the Queen of Wands here, which would be you, represented here with your ability to manage fire, right? To know what to focus on, and with that black cat, able to connect to spirit, connect to your intuition and your gut as well, and you're able to make decisions to help put out this fire, to help resolve this conflict that's coming in. So they don't want you to um, feel like you have to solve everything alone in the situation that has arisen or will soon arise, but that connecting to the higher realms, with that Ace of Swords, which is connecting to the capital T truths rooted in unconditional love from above, and the Hanged Man and the Queen of Wands. All this has to do with connecting upward, and then using your energy and your ability to transform the situation. So I like that for you. So when something starts to blow up, just take a deep breath, step back, connect inward and upward, and go, okay, let me see this from a different viewpoint, and let me really look at it, not jump to conclusions or listen to what everyone else's story about what happened, or what needs to be done to fix it. You can appreciate, thank you for your input. Let me just take a moment, and I just want to reflect, ask the questions you need to ask, see things from that higher perspective, and you will come up with a good resolution that benefits everyone. So I like that for you, Sky Falls. So that's what they have. Many blessings for you. All right, continue moving down the list, and very good, very good. Elisa, you are up next. So let's take a look here. You want to know the current situation of R towards A and his next actions towards you in February. All right. Well, let's see if anything has changed. Okay, anything else here? Ooh, okay. All right. Well, so the R towards A. I like this because this is saying, here was them. This was their relationship, right? And he had the 10 of cups, which is about overflowing emotions and abundance, with their life. And in the 7 of cups, there's some emotional confusion as they're figuring everything out. But I feel like they're at least getting along here, which not like they're getting back together, but that they've got this, this um, they're figuring things out on movement forward, because we do have the Knight of Wands, which is action, action, movement, movement. So it is unfolding. It is headed that direction there. So again, it's kind of like that reiteration of the messages that we've been getting is it's been taking a while to get here because they had so much to figure out, but they're getting it figured out, and there's pleasantries between them rather than explosions like they had before. But there, it is starting to really pick up speed because the Knight of Wands is the fastest moving knight out of them all. So I like that. Um, his actions towards you in February, he's still looking at himself here with this King of Pentacles. He's got this, this is about his outside world, his abundance. He's trying to figure everything out, trying to get this solid outside world. So he's trying to get a solid foundation in his outside world. We do have the Four of Wands, which is joy and celebration. It's a marriage card, but definitely that is not the action that he's taken. This is like a joyful celebratory event. So I feel like as he's getting things figured out, he actually might invite you to go to some sort of party or celebration somewhere in February. But let's take a look here. Is it for your highest experience to attend it with them? Let's take a look here. So they're saying, though it may feel like that would be a wish come true, they're saying, be patient, wait. Don't go yet. The temperance is the balance and the patience. They're like, it seems like it's like, there it is, what I've been waiting for. But there, that temperance is allow things to unfold. That temperance is the cups go back and forth, things will unfold. But they're strongly saying, wait, just wait, don't jump the gun. Even though it's going to be something like that would be like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been wishing and for. It's like, don't do it. Of course, you have free will, but it's not for your highest experience. It'll end up blowing up uh, instead of being a wish fulfilled. It's going to be like, like when the wicked witch in Snow White gives someone the poison apple. Don't do it, no. But that's what they have for you, Lisa. So hang in there. Wait, wait, wait for it. Wait for it. All right. So that's what they have. Yeah, right. Very good. They're getting back together? I don't feel like they're getting back together. I feel like they're just not trying to kill each other. But that's what I'm feeling. So that is what is going on in there. All right, Combinese, you are up next. Will camping, how will camping go in 2 weeks with your crush? Oh, all right. Let's take a look here. All right. It feels like, with the hanged one, there's this slow process that's unfolding, right? We have the emperor here, so there's the stability that's coming here, but it's almost like you have to take charge. They're like on this fence, like your crush is standing at the fork in the road. They're going back and forth in their mind and their heart, their mind and their heart, and they're not making decisions and choices. Of course, going camping, it's like, okay, but I feel like it's just taking a long time for anything to unfold, right? And so I feel like with that emperor, it's going to take you kind of stepping up and um, making things really, really obvious to push them to make a decision. And not that they need pushing, it's just like they're, I don't want to say that they're shy, they're just tentative. And, and it has to do with the devil card here has to do with, and this is for both of you, really, this experience. You're being shown what of your own fears and your thoughts and your beliefs are keeping you trapped and keeping you back from moving forward and experiencing things. And so it's like it's almost like you're camping and you're both like back to back with each other, and you're like, no, no, I'm gonna, they need to make the move, no. And then the other person's like, they need to make the move, and it's like, someone just make the move. So I kind of feel like that's what's been going on here. And it's like, what are you afraid of? Face the fears, and and step up, because what's the worst that could happen, right? It's like you find out that they don't feel the same, and then you can stop investing energy in it. But I feel like that's the emperor is you stepping up, and you looking into making it very obvious is what I keep hearing. So that is what they have for you. So enjoy your camping weekend or your 2 weeks camping. All right. And next up is Mahipas Ruby. You are next for the next free reading, and you want to know the plans of Jung towards you this February. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit wants you to know on Jung's plans for you? Okay. Anything else? No, didn't want any of those. So these are it here. So we do have the Prince of Swords, the Page of Swords, which is about new expectations, new ideas, new ways of looking at things. And the Eight of Wands, there's a lot of passion, a lot of energy behind it. So I feel like they're putting a lot of thought around how they want to express their passion towards you in February. So there is this new mindset, this new way of thinking that is coming in. So and it can be new communication too. So I feel like they're going to share more how they feel about you, but it's more passion than love, which I know we don't want to hear that. But hey, attraction is attraction. That sometimes is what is what starts the spark, right? And then we learn to love one another. But I don't mean to laugh at that. It seems like, you know, isn't that the way it goes? And the hanged one is that it's been taking time, right? This is the hangman, but the Eight of Pentacles, I'm sorry, the Three of Pentacles is about, you know, staying true to the authentic you. Try not to change yourself to try to be who you think other people want you to be, or you're afraid you'll get, you'll lose support or have punishment if you don't be who everyone else wants you to be. This cocoon stage, this pausing, is about you staying true to your authentic self and having you really spend this time getting to know yourself. That's where this pause has been coming from. And the more you work in that, the more you realize who you are and what you want to do, then that's when this happens faster, right? But the pause has been happening for you to really understand what it is that who you are, who do you want to be? What is what does that look like, you being the true your true authentic self, right? Not trying to be who everyone else excuse me wants you to be, or who you think everyone thinks that you should be. It's about you going, what do I want with my life, because it's your life to live. And I feel like this pause has been happening to really reveal some things to you about what you truly want, and that's important. So that inner self-love, whenever we're waiting, it's all about inward and upward and expanding our self-love, so that we start seeing love and the outside world in a different way as well. So that's what they have for you, Mahipa. So many blessings to you. All right, we'll continue moving down the list. You are very welcome. All right, so we are to Candy World. You're dying to know how your Indigenous club will go for college. Well, what is very interesting is I have some Aboriginal spirit oracle here. So let's take a look here and see what spirit has for you here. What would you like Candy Will to know about the Indigenous Club for college? So you have the Illusions card. We'll see what this brings in here for you. We'll see which way this goes, right? So illusions are truth in different variations. The truth of a situation may not be your truth, but it is the truth for someone else, and this is what creates illusions. For things may not be what they seem, only what you understand them to be. Our illusions are not negative, provided you understand others may have different illusions. Therefore, everything can be subjective. No matter how clear something is for you, others may view it differently. Their views are based on their understanding of the situation and the perceptions they hold. Neither is wrong, neither is right. It's simply your truth. And I'll read the explanation of the card. But that's how it goes, right? Everyone is going to have a different perception of how it's going. You get to decide for you, and everyone else gets to decide for them. I like it. It says you may be thinking you're being deceived by a loved one or someone close to you. You're feeling like you are powerless in whatever matter this is. Jealousy and and anger can tie you up in knots. Look closely at the situation as it is illusion. Look closely at who is actually pulling the strings. There's possibly a third person involved in a situation that you have not considered. And this third person may be a puppet master. So before assuming the worst, take some time to think the situation through and talk openly and honestly with others involved. Together, you will all sort through these issues and resolve any matters that will be affecting your relationship. When this matter is brought into the open, the third person will cease to have the power they once did. The problem will simply disappear. So I really like that, because it does talk so much about your power of choice, that you get to choose what something means. And so this club is going to go exactly as you choose it to be. But I also, really like that, with all those different people involved in there, with it being a club, there's all these other people that have different viewpoints, different ways of looking at it, different expectations, supposed to, shoulds, and need tos and have tos. And as long as you speak with love, of course, what your concerns are, um, and when other people have concerns, be open and lovingly listen to them and talk it through. Success, success, success. If there's anyone being a manipulative or do anything like that, just simply not jumping to conclusions and talking things out, things will be resolved. So I really like that. It's a very clubby type of energy because you have such high hopes and um, expectations on what it's going to do and how it's going to feel. Don't let other people's opinions stop you from feeling that way, but also understand that other people are going to feel different ways about, as we all are. We all have different perceptions, and just communication is the key. So that is what they have for you, Candy World. I can't wait to hear about how that goes for you. Um, yeah, when you're talking about um, any of your sharing any types of beliefs, you know, realize everyone has a different way of approaching different topics, and so whatever you do, do it with love, and you can't go wrong. Um, just be cognizant of where everyone else is coming from, as well. That's like anytime you deal with a group, that's what success is not pushing your agenda, not getting defensive when other people try to push their agenda. Just speak with love and respond with love, and then you have love. So I like it. So that's what they have, Candy World. Many, many blessings to you. All right, Esmeralda, you are up next. And you want to know, you met a guy named Z from Ethiopia. Wow. And what does he think and feel about you? Let's take a look here. His wide eyes are staring at your soul. Wow. Let's see what we have here. Whoa, things are flying. So you got the Seven of Pentacles here, which is about things take time to unfold. The last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit. So, first, Spirit is saying, be patient, don't rush. You can't rush things, just allow things to unfold. So they're starting off there going, they can sense you. Of course, they know what you're feeling and everything, but I can sense your excitement with all of that. Um, so, they're I can see why you feel like they're stirring at your soul because you have the moon card here. And so the thoughts and feelings, it does see you as someone who's is nurturing, like Mother Luna. And so, they see that within you, but there's so much more. I feel like they're staring, they're just so intrigued because they sense there's so much below the surface with you, so much that's underneath that is not obvious, and that it takes time for people to really get to know the true you. And I feel like that's why they're just like so intense, because you almost feel mysterious to them, is what I feel. Um, there is a lot of thoughts because you got the King of Swords, which not only rules over the mind, but all the kings are given a second portion of mind, and so you've got double thinking, a lot of thinking, looking at things, but there's peace of mind. So their thoughts about you are not, you know, um, um, chaotic or judgmental. They're just there. I just feel like there's so much curiosity. They have so many questions that they want to know, and they have all this, like I said, and they're intrigued by what they sense from you, and they just want to know more and more about you. I feel like there are, especially with that Seven of Pentacles, they don't rush into things. They are also, they allow things to unfold. They don't try to jump the gun. They just have, I kind of feel like they live in the now. They live in the moment more, and so they're just excited for the next adventure. Um, to be able to talk to you more, to get to know you more. Kind of feel like that's the kind of energy that I'm picking up there. Now, the thing that Spirit wants you to kind of look at while we're going through our pause and our waiting period is the Six of Pentacles, which For me, when it comes to relationships, whether it's romantic, friends, family, whatever, has to I call it the codependency awareness card, which is what spirit has you look at in your tendency to overgive, right? And it goes back to your younger childhood, 7 years old and younger, where you had to overgive to someone, whether it's parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts, uncles, teachers, whoever, to get a little bit back. And so when we're younger and we're children, we don't know any better. We're just like, oh, I have to give 100, emotional points to someone to get 1 point back. It's the rate of exchange is way off. And then that just sinks down into our subconscious, and we um, take that as our rate of exchange, right? And which then and ends up impacting like our school and our work and our relationships because it's so out of balance. So while you're in this waiting period as things are unfolding, that's what spirit would have you look at. Who, when you were younger, 7 years old and younger, was this out of balance happened? You had to do so much to get so little. And there's the awareness bringing that up from your subconscious into your conscious allows you to adjust that to be 1 to 1 instead of 1 to 100, to where you can equally give and receive, because that'll be a healthier interaction and relationship with anyone going forward. And so that's what they would have you look at while you're waiting for things to unfold. That's your homework. So that is what they have for you, Esmeralda. So many, many blessings to you. All right. Hey, Elpedia. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. And let me just take a look here. Thank you, Melba, for the happy early birthday. All right. So, Megs, it looks like you will be the next free reading coming up here. And let me say I lost my place. There you are. And you're like a February monthly reading. So let's take a look here and see. What do we have coming in here? All right. So your February is a month of some nice balance coming into in the outside world. So the physical world is coming into a nice, steady flow instead of a high, high, down, up and down, up and down. It seems like there's this steadiness that's coming in for you there, which is good. I like it. Then you have the Eight of Cups, which is also about your leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you, and you're headed off to the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment. So you have been looking and uh, kind of evaluating, let's say, analyzing your thoughts and beliefs and your emotions of the past. That you're like, okay, I'm done. Investing energy in those. So I'm leaving those behind. I've forgiven who I need to forgive, not forgetting the situation or forgiving the situation or the actions, just the person to release, because you're ready to release those. You're like, I've done enough. Um, I've invested enough energy in those emotions they no longer serve. And then all that emotional energy comes flying back with the Ace of Wands, giving you a new energy, new power that comes in and a new igniting things for you. So I like this for you because all that energy that you were using to maintain and invest in that, you have this movement that's happening. I feel like a lot of those emotions did have to do with worth and how you have felt maybe abandoned, left out in the cold, left behind in the past. And there's this transformation of your worth in relation to all of that. So I feel like that's a big piece of where the balancing is coming in, is because all that energy, that you were investing before, just exhausting, and it was influencing so many decisions that you were making. But you're ready now to for higher truth, and I feel like that's what you've been really focusing in on and looking at is your belief about who you are and what you're worthy of, and how other people's actions weren't about you, it was about them. One of the beautiful phrases I heard around forgiveness is that, at some point we decide to stop being vessels of pain because of someone else's actions or words. I don't want to carry that around anymore. And that's that leaving behind of those emotions that don't serve me anymore. I've learned what I wanted to learn through them, but I'm not going to be a vessel of that pain anymore. I'm going to lighten my load, and with all that Ace of Wands, it feels like you have this new passion for life that just kicks in. And we'll see what happens in March as you march forward. But I like this for February for you. And that's what they have for you, Meg. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So continue looking down the list here. We got Mars. You are up next. You'd like a general reading. So let's take a look here. What would Spirit like you to know right now? And one more card here. Okay. All right. Makes sense. So you do have this rebirth coming here. I mean, you've got all these cards. So you've got the death and rebirth card. I just absolutely love that this one has a phoenix on here. And here's the Ace of Pentacles. You do have this ending and this new beginning coming, these new opportunities opening up in the outside world. You really are realizing here with the Seven of Swords, your own thoughts and your own beliefs and your own mindsets that have stolen from you in the past, that have deceived you, kept you from being able to have love and opportunities. And that's where this death is coming in, is because you've realized what old opinions had been embedded in you, in your earlier childhood, that have just rippled out throughout your life in different ways. And you're getting back into that going, okay, I know where this is coming from. I can remember, this is what so and so said when this happened in my life. Like I went home from school and I failed this test and they just really ripped me a new one and punished me, even though I tried my hardest. And so I had this belief that my hardest is never going to be good enough. It's that kind of stuff that gets in there that just ripples out in different areas of your life. And you really are, I feel like it's burning that down. And that's where that phoenix is rising from it, because you're really seeing it going, that's not true. And you're finding these higher truths that are freeing you from those things. So I really like this new opportunity that's coming up, because what limiting thought and belief you had about yourself, you're just going, that's not true. And so it's allowing you to step forward and do that. So I really like that for you, Mars. So that's what they have for you. All right. So I'm coming up on, I know you guys, I know, I'm coming up on the end of my 2 hours here. And first of all, thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. I haven't said that at all during this time. I got totally into the readings, but I just want to let you know I do appreciate all the thumbs up you give, because it seems like a small thing, but the YouTube algorithm just eats them all up, and it wants to share the videos of the channel with others. So thank you so much for being a part of the love tsunami that we send out when you do that. I am going to do one more free reading, and Dollface Diva is the next free one. But before I do that, I do want to let everyone know I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain, as well as Saturday and Sunday. And then, of course, every night, Wednesday through Sunday, I'm on at 7 p.m. Mountain. So I shall return. But if you are wanting me to make sure I complete your reading in this session, you still have time to make a donation of any kind. I do honor that energy exchange. I'll make sure to complete it in this session. If you're unable to make a donation, I totally understand that. We're not always in a position to be able to do that in this day and age, and it's constantly fluctuating. But if you do need an answers now and you're not able to make a donation, I do put out a ton of free content. If you click on my name, the Brother Zen Mystic Tarot, it'll take you to my main page, and I have my list of all my playlists. I have pick a card readings that deal with money and love and everything, weekly energy updates, monthly readings for each zodiac sign, and several other types of free videos. So if you're unable to make a donation, follow your heart and spirit will guide you to the video or videos that have messages for you. They're smart that way. Um, like I said, also, I'll be back tons this weekend. And I also have a drawing that every 2 weeks. The next one will be on February 12th. But here's the video if you're interested in getting into the drawing for the possibility of winning a 30-minute personal recorded reading. And if I get enough comments, might even add in a 45-minute or an hour. But just check out that video if you're interested in that. And I also offer personal readings. All that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. It's reasonable priced by my opinion, but it tells you how you can book a reading and how much those are as well. So I think that's everything that I wanted. All those possibilities and opportunities for free readings, or if you want to book a reading, or etc. So that is what they have. So I will complete Dollface Diva's free reading. And if and then if I don't have any donations, then we will be ending the session for this evening. Again, thank you guys. I hope you've been having a wonderful, wonderful year so far. Can you believe it's February already? Lordy, lordy. All right. So Diva, you'd like a general reading for the weekend. All right. So what does Spirit want you to know, about the weekend? All right. Let's see what we have here. Looks like you're going to have a kind of interesting weekend. You have the Ten of Pentacles overall. This is the first card that came flying out. So you definitely have a full, abundant, fulling weekend coming up. So I really like that. The Hermit does say it's important for you to still take some alone time during this weekend to self-reflect, turn to Spirit for guidance as you're going as well. Don't go too gangbusters where you're not spending any time alone, because you do have the Temperance card, which is balance, and the Moon, which is, nurturing yourself, diving deep, looking into your unconscious, your subconscious. So you do have this abundant weekend, but they are definitely saying it's a good weekend for balance for you, because you have this opportunity. Seven of Cups. I feel like there's so many different things that you can do this weekend that will bring you different emotional experiences. But they're like, you can't do all seven. It's like, choose which ones from your heart with that Moon card. Trust your intuition, trust your gut, and just choose like 3 out of the 7, and make sure to balance and spend some time with yourself as well. But a very abundant and full weekend. There's no wrong choice. It's just a matter how exhausted are you going to be on Monday if you don't balance. And so they are encouraging you to have a beautiful balance and a beautiful um, just overflowing weekend. So I like it for you. So have an amazing weekend, Eva. All right. Thank you guys so much. I know there's so many more individuals that wanted a free reading, and I wish I could stay on, but I also have to balance, or otherwise I will get sick and won't be here. So thank you for understanding, and appreciate all you new subscribers, all my beautiful supporters. You guys just blow me away with your hunger and your thirst to hear from Spirit. And so, again, if you need an answer this evening, please jump over and check out the playlist. There's a lot of videos that are out um, with beautiful messages from Spirit as well. So, and please know as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So have an amazing night, amazing day, wherever you're at in the world. And we'll talk to you soon. In the meantime, much love to you. You guys take care. We'll see you soon.